You know, 20 years ago, I was sneaking through a digital jungle on my PS2. There was no chat, no live stream. It was just me, Snake, and late night caffeine. You fast forward to now, and Metal Gear Solid Delta drops, and suddenly I'm right back in that jungle, but only this time I've got a live stream, I've got a community watching, all while the dad game is on the pause menu. And somewhere between nostalgia and the new, Microsoft decides to hit us with a $30 Game Pass subscription. So the question is gaming growing with us or cashing in on us? And most importantly, how is all of this shaping our kids? Welcome back to DadGamesPodcast, where fatherhood meets the world of gaming. I'm your host, Cullen Bango, and today we're diving deep into what gaming culture really means for parents, players, and kids alike. We're tackling three big beats today. One, Metal Gear Solid Delta and what it says about how far gaming has come. Two, the Game Pass price hike everyone's talking about. And three, the big question: does modern gaming help or harm today's youth? Let's get into this. Let's start with the news that's got gamers talking. Microsoft's new Game Pass pricing. Game Pass Ultimate is jumping from $19.99 to $29.99 a month, a 50% increase. The service is also being restructured. The Essential tier, formerly the Core tier, will cost $9.99 a month and offer a limited library and cloud gaming. The Premium tier, previously the Standard tier, is now $14.99 and adds a larger library. Although there's a larger library, there's no day one releases. And the Ultimate tier, that's the full buffet. Day one titles, Ubisoft Plus classics, and expanded cloud access. Microsoft says this is about flexibility, but for most gamers, it feels like Game Pass greed. Do I want to pay $30 a month for a game subscription? Hell no. For years, I called Game Pass the best deal in gaming, and it was. But when Call of Duty joined the lineup, I knew the party was ending. Microsoft isn't a charity. They're a $1 trillion company, and they're here to monetize your downtime. As a dad, that $30 is a dinner. It's a toy or a night out I could have had with my kids or my wife. And, I get it. It's business. But at the end of the day, the players always pay the price. Now let's shift gears into something special. Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater. I first played this game 2 decades ago. I was a college student running on caffeine, like coffee and caffeine, running on caffeine and ramen noodles and stuff like that. And I only played the game once. This time around, I played it live on stream, with my DMG Live community. And that changed everything. Changed everything for me about the game. Viewers shared tips in real time, how to blow up the enemy's food storage to weaken their soldiers, where to find rare weapons, even how to destroy a helicopter early to skip a boss later. It was a wild time. The attention to detail in this game is unbelievable. Enemies actually get hungry, their stamina drops, their aim falters, and their reactions become slow when they're hungry. That's vintage Hideo Kojima, turning small details into gameplay strategy. And sure, there are some bugs, occasional crashes or frame drops, but the game nails what matters: faithfulness to the original. The jungle feels alive again, and playing it with my viewers made it a community experience. For me, this wasn't just nostalgia, it was a connection. Making friends, sharing laughs, and learning from others, that's the heart of modern gaming culture. Now that we've looked at what's new, let's talk about the bigger picture. How all of this affects kids. Kids today are surrounded by gaming everywhere. You got Minecraft, Roblox, Fortnite, social, creative, quick hit loops that never seem to end. Adults tend to lean into deeper experiences like RPGs, shooters, or cozy games like Stardew Valley. But there's an overlap. Games like Minecraft or Mario Kart bring families together when we make time for them. Parents, here's a pro tip. Don't just look at the ESRB ratings, look at the interactive elements. That's where, they tell you about in-game purchases, online chat, or data sharing. So why do kids lose it when game time ends? And if you have kids, we've all been there. It's not just an attitude, it's design. Games use variable rewards. They use achievements, loot drops, and limited time events. All of these things keep players chasing the next hit. Combine that with poor transition timing, and you've got a perfect storm for frustration. What's the fix? Structure. End sessions on low-stake moments, not boss fights. Give a 5-minute warning. Build a ritual around shutting down. Have them grab a snack, take a short walk, decompress together. It teaches kids emotional regulation instead of confrontation. Touchscreen gaming? It's a mixed bag. It's accessible and creative for younger kids, but it also rewards fast swiping over critical thinking. Keep sessions short. Play together. Choose games that encourage creation rather than consumption. The same applies to addictive mechanics. Loot boxes, expiring battle passes, and unmoderated chats are huge red flags. When a game combines 2 or more of those, it needs guardrails. Use family settings, time limits, and shop locks keep things safe. As for family gaming, there's no shortage of great picks. You got Minecraft, Overcooked, Mario Kart, Fall Guys, and any of the Lego titles. These games build teamwork, laughter, and memories with your family. And if we're being real, a little friendly competition never hurts. Gaming back in the 90s was simpler. You bought a cartridge, you popped it in, and that's all it was. Today, we've got live services, microtransactions, and seasonal passes. And what's the good news? Constant updates in online communities. The downside of that? FOMO and an endless grind. That's the digital world our kids are growing up in. And it's our job as parents to help navigate it. Gaming today is more than entertainment. It's a culture. Kids form friendships online. They collaborate in virtual worlds and even learn leadership skills in multiplayer settings. So, what's the verdict? Modern gaming isn't good or bad. It's powerful. And with power comes responsibility. If you remember nothing else, remember this. You got to manage 3 things: time, content, and context. You do that, and gaming becomes a bridge instead of a barrier. Metal Gear Solid Delta reminds us why we all fell in love with gaming in the first place. The Game Pass price hike reminds us to protect our wallets and our time. And our kids remind us why balance matters most. Next episode, we're breaking down the dopamine loop and how game design keeps players hooked and how to break free from it. Until then, play together, laugh together, and remember, Dad always wins.